Okie dokie. So today's day 28 out of 30, and we are almost done with the challenge. And I just want to mention again that we have now 112 subscribers, which is funny. So thank you for putting up with me. I hope that I can at least teach you something. Maybe get you to research things I've been talking about and try to disprove me. Um, I hope I had any positive impact in any way, right? Because when I started this challenge, I didn't really exactly know what I wanted to do. And now it's kind of like it's getting clearer. I want to learn new things and maybe present them even though they're imperfect. And so I'm thankful for everyone, who has joined me so far, commented, helped me think through, new questions that came up that you had while you were kind of watching my videos. And I do appreciate that. I think it's fair to say that it is important to mention the support maybe once in a while in videos. And just because we're so near to the end, I thought that maybe reflecting on why trying is a new phenomenon, essentially, could help me think about what I would not what like I would like to do with certain new challenges that I'm setting up myself for 2026. Because again, tomorrow is a new year, so why not think about how to try to tackle the challenges? So I think I did mention this that we all have a fear of being seen. Now, it is not ridiculous to have that fear because obviously it makes sense, right? It might be uncomfortable for people who know you to watch your content and feel maybe a bit amused by it that you're trying or make maybe outrageous comments about how you film, how you talk, and how you essentially present your content because we don't appreciate the beginnings, or like just few people appreciate the beginnings of a process. Maybe some people who are accomplished and know what they've been through based on trying new things, I think those are the people that will never really look down on you. No matter if you actually fail or not, they know that it takes a lot of time to see results in a new challenge, or in a new process that you're starting. And there's nothing wrong with that. They know that, they've been through that. But if I look at my situation, I don't think anybody's doing content creation in terms of showing their face and presenting themselves. Now, I did also not present them that I'm doing this, so I don't think anybody from my social circle knows, and it's nice to know that because I don't know how to explain it to them that I'm doing this now. Because for a lot of people, trying new things might not be their character trait. Because again, your life essentially and what you can accomplish depends on the people that are around you. So if you have people that really, they don't care about trying new stuff, they discredit you for trying new stuff, and they really don't want to see you succeed, then obviously you're not going to try. That makes sense, right? There's not a lot to discuss about this phenomenon. But if you find yourself maybe in an online community, or if you're lucky in an in-person community where trying is appreciated and where you can fail as many times as you want, and you work through it, you see results, and everybody is there to help you, which again, this community is very unlikely, but again, if you find it, congrats to you. That's what we all wish for, essentially. If you have that, then you are inclined to try new things because you have created for yourself a psychology safe environment. And not a lot of people have that. Because if you grew up in an environment, for instance, where you have to explain yourself for every action you take, you're not going to start new things because the explanation behind every process might be long, and a lot of people will not listen to you. And a lot of people will be like, well, I don't care what you're doing. It seems like you're going nowhere. Why would you try to do this? Just focus on X and forget your project Y. That's when you start to not take risks. And this is essentially where trying becomes the new uncool. And this trend, sorry, um, this is what you see on social media, essentially. Trying in terms of not only being a content creator, but just trying new skills, new things. It didn't, or like it wasn't appreciated until people made a trend about it, where, they showed you each month what they did, or each year what they did. And that image gave you like a bit of support to start. But you didn't start probably. If you're watching me and you didn't start, you should be starting because it took me years to figure out that, hey, maybe I do want to share what I know, even though it's imperfect. And I mean, so far, it's been funny, right? Like, I actually look forward to doing one take, low quality videos, just posting them and see what people think. Like, I grew to like it. And for a lot of people, like, a lot of people are just way more interesting than I am. And it's always so strange to me to see that they 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 just don't do anything. They don't post, they don't try new things, they don't document. Because even if this doesn't turn out to be successful, I have a video journal to look towards to or like back to within the next 10 years. If I'm like 25 and I can look back what I did 6 years ago, I think that would be so funny, right? Because I don't take a lot of pictures. So this is kind of like the replacement. And it's a nice souvenir to have. But besides that, it's fun. And if you don't try new things, you don't know what's fun. Like you don't know what you genuinely enjoy. Maybe there's a random hobby out there that you're like, oh, I could just spend my time doing it. But you didn't know it because you didn't try. And that's why, for instance, going a bit into social isolation is not a bad thing. You needed to figure out certain things about you, what you like, what you're interested in, because as soon as you are in a group, and if you're unable to establish yourself as an individual, someone with a distinct character and distinct traits, you will be following a group. Because we humans, we think like a group of sheep. That's what we are. And so, as long as you follow these sheep, you might not think or get to your interests and develop vision of what you want. And for every goal and every vision you have, you need to try things, even if you suck. And that is essentially the end of my unofficial motivational TED Talk. I hope you stick through, and if you did, thank you and see you for day 28. Um, day 29, sorry.